from the Oakwall Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hello, this is Jesse Oakley III, and welcome to the Oak Zone, where we provide positive words of wisdom for you. That's right, you, the happy people. Now, Monday through Fridays, I'll share with you positive words of wisdom through my show, The Oak Zone with Jesse Oakley. But today is Sunday morning, and it is time for the Sunday Morning Chat Series. Here I get to interview a plethora of positive people that are making a big difference in their community. Whether they're speakers, writers, yoga instructor, Bitcoin professionals, rescue volunteers, organ donors, you name it, you'll hear from these positive people and the stories that they have to tell for you, the happy people. And today, we got ourselves an awesome show. Everyone needs a little coaching and a little consulting, and when it comes to different types of business along the way. No one person can do anything by themselves in order to become a success. It literally takes a village as well as a coach to actually help you go from point A to point B. And that can contribute to one's success. I'm excited today because today I have a wonderful interview, especially a person from DMT Coaching and Consulting. Please help me welcome Deonna Moore Taylor. Hey, Deonna, how's it going?
Hey, Mr. I, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Now that I got a chance to interview you, it's going to be an awesome show. All right.
Thank you for having me on your show. I'm excited.
Okay, and with all that excitement that's there, let's chat.
Awesome. I'm ready.
Okay, now could you explain to the happy people out there what is DMT coaching and consulting?
DMT Coaching and Consulting is a multifaceted consulting firm that I started in 2016. How that occurred, I found myself being downsized. And my husband said, you know what? You need to start your own business. I was petrified. I was like, I don't want to start a business. I don't want to do any of that. And my husband tossed me his credit card and he said, you're going to start your business. You're going to register your business. So I registered it as Dempsey Consulting Group, named after my late father, Dempsey Moore. And what we do at DMT Coaching and Consulting is help people discover their leadership skills. We help people discover whether or not they're a good fit for entrepreneurialism, and we help them get started with forming their business. We also do change management. So we go into organizations that might be having some issues with their bottom line or their top line, and we help them get their structure together. We do all kinds of things. And also tied into DMT Coaching and Consulting is a nonprofit called Her Lead Left Network. And that is a nonprofit where we work with women and young girls and help them develop their leadership skills.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now you mentioned that you had it started with the courtesy of not only yourself but also your husband with throwing the credit card out there. Now, when you got started, what was your reaction? How did you feel once you were about to take those first few steps? Give us a description.
I was petrified. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I knew that something had to change in my life. I had worked as a contractor from 2013 until 2020, just recently. And contracts, unfortunately, when money runs out, you're gone out the door as a contractor. And my husband it was like, you're running into this running out of money with contracts. He's like, build your own contracting agency, build your own business, and you determine when you walk out the door. So that's how it started. And then as a little girl, I think it came to realization when I started this business that I've always been an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 11 years old with a babysitting business that encompassed 6 blocks of clients. Like no one could get a babysitting gig within 6 blocks of my house where I lived. And the kids were so mad because I marketed. Like I made flyers and passed them out and had business cards. I mean, literally at the age of 11. And then I also had a print lab where I printed flyers, printed church programs on my old Packard Bell. So throughout my life, I've always found myself doing something within entrepreneurship. So it's been there, but it took my husband to say, you know what, get off the bench and do it. So and I'm grateful for that.
Oh my goodness, that's quite the inspiring story. And also, I could definitely see you as a young girl going to different block, getting all this business together. It's when I first saw you, it's like, you know what, this woman is a go getter, and ever since that young girl that you really were a go getter.
Yeah, I it's in the blood. It's how I was raised. My parents, and especially my dad, he always instilled in me and my sister that work ethic. You want something, work hard for it, do your very best, put your all into it, and you are going to reap mightily. And we watched my dad growing up, getting up, snowstorm, 6 feet of snow, getting up and going to work, and I'm exaggerating, 6 feet snow, but I live in the snow belt. So we typically will get 2 to 3 feet of snow, but he would get up every single morning. He would plow and snow plow the neighbors' yards, our yards, and he would still make his way down the hill to go to work. He went to work with walking pneumonia. He didn't care how sick he was or what was going on. He did what he needed to do, and he made sure that he provided for his family. And so that work ethic has always been within me. Work for what you want.
Man, that is truly amazing. Whew, I tell you.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when it comes to DMT coaching and consultants and getting the business together, what were some of the challenges that you faced?
To be honest with you, I was the challenge. It was getting out of my own way. It was basically shutting down the noise in my brain that was telling me, you're not going to be successful. You can't do this. There's so many consultants out here. There's so many people that's out here, telling people how to become leaders and all of this stuff. You're not going to be successful. So it was shutting down the noise and quieting the noise and the negativity that was going on within myself and within my brain, telling me that I couldn't do it. And, pretty much it was a me thing. It was developing the confidence that I learned through Toastmasters and growing up, that yes, you can do this. And you're no one's competition, but your competition yesterday, yourself. Who you were yesterday is your only competition. There is room in the end for everybody. There's room for everybody to make money. So it was just basically getting out of my own way to get this started.
Oh, that's the truth, because for some people out there that want to do this, go from plan A to plan B or point A to point B, they're their own worst competition. And that is quite the
Yeah,
challenge if you have to face yourself. And if you're able to conquer yourself, then you can conquer the world.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly. So we talked about the challenges. Tell us the best moments with your business.
The best moments have been me being able to give back to the community through my business. So in 2019, we held a major event here in Cleveland, Ohio. We had two young ladies, both under the age of 50, who both died in 2018 due to domestic violence. And the community was really outraged by what happened. But I get sick and tired of, doing the vigils, and we come together and we kumbaya for 5 minutes, and then we go on with daily life as if nothing happened, or we forget about what happened. So in January of 2019, we held a domestic violence summit that was attended by close to 100 women in the community. We had community resources, and it wasn't the type of event where, we just come together and, talk about it, but not be about it. But there were resources there for women who might have been in a domestic violence situation. We provided a safe space for them to come out and say, I need help. And because of that safe space, we were able to help 6 women get out of domestic violence situations. That night, we provided the resources for them. We whisked them off to safe spaces. And to this day, all 6 of them are thriving. They're safe, they're healthy, and doing amazing. And that is, to me, like one of the proudest moments was being able to say, you know what? This is not about me, because so many businesses make it about them and how much money I can make. And for me, it's about what can I do with the fruits of my labor to give back and help the community.
Ooh, that was certainly an awesome moment. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you
Yeah,
now, go ahead. Wow.
it was so we purposely did not alert the media, but somehow the media got wind that we were doing this. Again, I wanted this to be a safe space. So I did allow one media partner to come in, a female. She reported it in our local newspaper, the Cleveland Plain Dealer. And then we did have a news network come, and I told them, you can only film me outside. You cannot go inside and film. And I don't want anybody's faces shown. Because again, it was about providing that safe environment for somebody who may not have been safe.
Similar to the Red Cross, when the Red Cross goes into disaster areas and help the people out that are affected by disasters, is they don't want to
Yeah,
show their faces or anything else. So definitely similar to that department, because you're making a difference for people, whether it is some type of tragic event, but for the news people and the media to go there, they understand and they respect people's privacy when it comes to, they've been through different catastrophic issues, and
absolutely.
for them to do that, it makes it's understandable.
Yes, absolutely. And I was so glad that they, understood. And some of the media partners were mad that they weren't invited. But like I told them, I said, I was concerned about the safety and the well-being of the attendees. So, it's media is good when they're good, and then they're
Mhm.
good when they're not good. So, you know,
E- Exactly, exactly. Now, you just did something that was truly amazing. And I'm sure that there are people out there that would aspire to be in the same business and the same shoes that you're in. If you could talk to somebody, an aspiring person that wants to be in your shoes, what advice would you give that person?
well, first of all, I would tell them to walk in their own shoes, because we each
Mm,
have our own shoes to walk in. I tell people all the time, so many people say, I want to be just like you. And I say, no, you don't want to be like Deonna Moore Taylor. Deonna Moore Taylor pays a hefty price to be this. People don't know the cross that I bear and the cost of my oil. I tell people that. Develop your own shoes, carry your own cross, figure out what your niche is, because everybody has their own niche, has their own style, has their own idea. And what you should do is aspire to be mentored by people who have the success and the fruit on the tree that you want to eat from. I have people that are millionaires, multimillionaires, people who have done extraordinary things that are my mentors, that I, glean from, talk to, gain advice from, and understand that I could never walk a mile in their shoes because of the work that they've done and the things that they've done. But what I aspire to be is half the person that they are. Aspire to do half, a quarter of the things that they do within myself. Gain those nuggets, gain that wisdom, gain the experience. Follow along, spend a day in the life of somebody that you want to be like, walk with them and see what they go through.
the great words, great solid advice. Got to walk in your own shoes and know your own journey. And that is truly fantastic advice.
Yeah, don't walk alone. Please don't take what I'm saying, wrong. You cannot walk alone. I don't walk alone on this journey, but I recognize that my feet and my shoes are my feet and my shoes, and I gotta walk with for me, and I gotta walk and do what I need to do so I can help that next person come up.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, is there any information that more information that people can know more about your business, your coaching and consulting business, or what could they go online?
So I do have a website, www.deonnamoretaylor.com. Everything that I do and everything that's coming down the pike right now is on that website. We are developing more product and services right now. In the month of July, we are coming down with a subscription box that will help people who want to, become entrepreneurs who may have thought about it, but wasn't sure about it. We are developing a subscription box of resources that will help you down your journey and path in starting your business or even becoming a consummate professional on your job. That is important as well. And one of the things I teach is while entrepreneurialism is important, not everybody is meant to own a business. Some people are meant to and can only handle, being an employee working, for a company or an organization. And you still got to be the best professional person that you can be. You still have to learn how to maneuver and manage that walk as well. So a lot of great, exciting things coming down, and just launched a podcast as well. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, that's truly good news. And for all the happy people that missed that information about her website, do not fret because links will be in the description right below, right there. So after this interview, you can go ahead and check out Deonna's website at deonnamoretaylor.com. And again, the link will be in the description below.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're almost at the end of this interview. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
It does. Oh my goodness. This has been such amazing time with you. Like, it's so good to hang out with you.
I tell you, hey, time may fly, but it still moves in seconds.
Yes, it does.
Okay, now we're at the shout out portion of our interview. And is there anyone that you like to give a shout out for making all of this possible?
Well, I do want to shout out my father, the late Dempsey Robert Moore, who told me I was the worst speaker on the planet and told me to get to a communications class because I discovered Toastmasters. And if it wasn't for Toastmasters International, I don't think I would be where I'm at today. Toastmasters gave me the confidence, it gave me the mentality, it gave me the fortitude and the skills necessary to be able to branch out and be my own person and not be afraid to take those calculated risks, to take those, those leaps that, you wouldn't have taken otherwise. So I have to give a shout out to Toastmasters International and encourage anybody who's looking to develop communication and leadership skills to do that. And definitely a shout out to my husband and my mother and my sister, who are my number one cheerleaders. They are always there, again, pushing me and telling me to go further. So got to give them a shout out and much love to them as well.
All right. That's a good crew, a good set of cheerleaders to have right at your back. Awesome. Now,
Yes.
exactly. Now, there are so many people. My people are known as the happy people. And they are amazed and inspired with the words that you spoke throughout this overall interview. If you could look directly at the happy people with one more solid words of wisdom and give them that words of wisdom, what would it be?
I live by a quote from Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not a habit, but is not an act, but a habit. So whatever you do it in excellence and make sure whatever you do it to the best of your ability. You do it every single day, repetitively. Be the best version of yourself. Be excellent.
And what a way to put the perfect bookend to this wonderful interview. Now, on behalf of all the happy people all over the world, I'd like to say thank you very much, Deonna, for spending your time here on the Oak Zone Sunday Morning Chat Series.
Thank you very much for having me. It's so good to see you and so good to be seen by your audience. You're doing an extraordinary job. I'm so proud of you, Jesse. And thank you again for including me on your journey.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, get those hearts going.
Yeah.
Now, this this concludes this episode of the Oak Zone Sunday Morning Chat Series. If you want more plethora of positivity, go to YouTube, type my name, Jesse Oakley III, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, comment, and share these videos with other happy people that you know. And if you go to my YouTube channel, just click the link below where it says Sunday Morning Chat Series, where you get a chance to see past interviews I've done with positive people that are making a big difference in the community, like my friend Deonna. This concludes this episode of the Oak Zone Sunday Morning Chat Series. And until then, happy people, you take care and have a great day. Bye.